Okay, so here is our newly remodeled kitchen. Um, First I'll say this is not yet complete because we do have some things to kind of touch up on and finish up, move some lighting. Like, for example, you can see this is our new kitchen table, and the new light fixture that we put in is in the spot where the old light fixture used to be. And because these new cabinets are here now, the light is now off center from where it needs to be over the table. So we need to move it a couple of inches this way. So I just want to give you a heads up. And we are still planning on doing a tiled black backsplash, but we'll be doing the work ourselves. So that won't be done until probably towards the end of the year. So what you're seeing is mostly done kitchen. I'm going to call it done for now. Done for now is the word, right? This particular lighting pendant is the same as this, except it's smaller. And the old lighting used to have a hole right here. You can see this little black tick in the ceiling, and there is a hole there. So we have to patch that hole yet. And we have some trim work down here that you could see that isn't painted yet. That has to be done. But other than that, you know, that's what we're looking at kind of having to do. So also there'll be backsplash along this side, which isn't there, obviously, some tile. And we do need to put some new switches into this particular outlet right here. So this is kind of an overview of what everything looks like. I will say that this was a couple of months process, right? So first we ordered all the appliances, because in order to order cabinets, you need to know what appliances you're going to have in there, because they need to build the cabinetry around it, right? So you order your appliances first. Those came in ahead of schedule, and we had ordered our cabinets maybe a month after that. And do your research, check out a couple of different places, get quotes from at least 3 places to get a good deal, right? Get the right, whatever's in your budget. And so this kitchen, was from the 1959 was when this house was built. So it's not a large kitchen at all. It's not a large house. But I wanted to make sure we had enough storage for everything we had in our kitchen. And we also downsized by, what do you call it? Donating a lot of our extra stuff. When I moved into this house with my husband, he was here for a couple of years before I lived here. And I just brought all my kitchen stuff, and we didn't go through it, and it all just got combined in all of the cabinetry and stuff. And of course it was overflowing with stuff that we didn't use. So when we went to pack up the kitchen to empty everything before demo, we decided to, donate a number of items. So we did do that, and thankfully that had helped reduce the number of things inside of our kitchen now. My thinking is that we're probably not going to redo this kitchen again in my lifetime. So let's make sure it counts. Let's get the things we want in our kitchen. And one of them for me is not having to bend over and dig into the back of a cabinet. So the majority of our cabinets are either pull-out drawers or have pull-out drawers in them. And I will show you an example of that. I won't pull out everything because that's too long for this video. So a little bit about the appliances. First of all, we went with GE appliances, specifically their cafe line. So I didn't have a lot of specifics that I wanted in all of my appliances. I didn't like specific features I wasn't looking for, except in the fridge. You can see this is a quad door fridge. Okay, so there are 4 doors, and typically this compartment and this one are your freezer, and then the upper 2 are your fridge. In this case, this particular fridge, of course it has an ice maker, but you can take this one and turn it into a refrigerator. And so, or you can have it as freezer or refrigerator, up to you. And so what you're seeing here is we have it as our overflow for our fridge. We buy extras when we go to grocery shopping, so we don't have to do it every week. And you can see this is kind of, it's got a wine rack in it. But you can see it's got drawers down here, and we have them filled with overflow from the fridge area, because we have a separate freezer in another area. So that is the freezer which has all of the fun stuff like ice cream and popsicles. There's no serious stuff in there. There's no good stuff for you in there. Let me put it that, or healthy stuff, I should say. All of it's goodies. The other freezer that we have in another room has like your meats and frozen vegetables and all that other stuff. And it is an upright freezer. It's all freezer. So that's the one thing I'll say about this particular fridge. And the neat thing about this is that we didn't have an old fridge, but this fridge has a huge light in the back, and you can kind of see a peek into our refrigerator. But there's a huge light in the back there. It's kind of a weird thing. I was like, okay, is that normal now? I guess it is. But this is from the cafe line. This is one that doesn't actually match all the other appliances. You can see how they all match. It's glass fronted, so it's easy to wipe fingerprints off. But it is part of the GE Appliance Cafe line as well. It's just not matched to the other appliances we have in the kitchen. Okay, so a little bit about this. I am not a tall person. My husband is slightly taller than I am, and as the main person who cooks in the house, I didn't want to have to bend over to look into an oven. So we kept the separate oven and got a microwave to go along with it. And I did not want one that went over our cooktop because I'm too short for that. To lift hot food out from over a cooktop where you may be cooking at, to me isn't a safe thing. Plus I am short, so having that option wasn't really the option for me. So I wanted the side by side. This is a microwave, this is the oven. Both of them do convection. So during, Thanksgiving or Christmas, when you have two things going at the same time that are at different temperatures, you can actually use both to cook items, but they both do convection. This is your regular oven, and it's both electric. So I just want to mention that as well. It's really fun to have both, and I haven't used the oven yet to make anything as yet. But you can see we also have cabinets above, and we have pull-out drawers below. Okay, so that is again one of the things that I wanted to make sure we had. You can see they're full extension, so you can see everything in there. You don't have to go digging around in the back, and they're soft closure. The other thing I did do was, I'm so proud of this. Look at that organization. And our cabinets aren't full. You can see the upper shelf isn't full. That's the case with most of our kitchen. So I can reach everything that I might want to use without standing on a stool. And if there's something that's rarely used, it's on the upper shelf because I didn't want to have to pull it out every time I wanted to get to something. Okay, so I'll show you the pantry and the pull-out stuff. So we have a pull-out here. All of the shelves in the pantry are pull-outs, and we have two of these. There's one on this side that has the more serious stuff. So like your baking stuff, meat in a can, vegetables in a can, your fruits in a can, and then this is the oversized stuff and your sauces and stuff. So again, these are like your full-size things. This pulls all the way out, full extension, so you don't have to go digging all the way back. The other thing that I found that, with us, the way that we are, when we go grocery shopping, we just put everything in the front, and everything in the front gets pushed to the back, and then you don't end up using all of the things before they expire. So when we went through the kitchen, we did remove all the expired stuff that we hadn't used, but you could see we don't have full, we're not back to full capacity yet, so that's all good. So let me turn around and show you the kitchen from this side. From this angle, you can see this is actually a new dining room table and chairs. These are from IKEA. This table has a leaf in it, so it seats 4, but it can seat up to 6 because it has an extra leaf in there and it's hidden inside. So if we have company, we can expand it out and make it longer. Over on these cabinets, we did not have this cabinetry before. This is new to our kitchen, and I had them put a countertop on it, which matches on this side. And we've got our toasters, and over here is where all the dishes are. So plates and stuff like that are all up in here. And then we have serving bowls and some travel mugs down here, and the wine and all the liquors in that cabinet that's back behind there because we don't drink a whole lot. But, you know, occasionally we like to have drinks. So, and then on this side of the kitchen, more your traditional stuff, the trash cans around the corner. This particular cabinet, again, we did pull-outs for everything. So we've got a drawer here that has our knives and some other things that you use a lot to maybe bake with, can openers and stuff like that. And then down below, we did pull-outs for this as well. And you'll notice when I open this door, it may hit the chair, but you can extend the drawer out without having to move the chair. So again, this is pulled out, full extension. All of our cutlery, our silverware is on this side, and it's organized into these little pots that I bought from IKEA. So we've got three sets of silverware in here, and there's lots of silverware. We go through a lot, and then there's some your miscellaneous stuff that you cook with. And then you'll notice that what I've done down here is another pull out, and we've got charcuterie boards. There's one in here from a special crafty friend, or her husband and her. And then we've got, you know, our cutting boards here. So they're down here. So whenever I need to prep anything, I use this countertop. And here's where the coffee and tea center is. And this is actually my birthday gift from my husband. It's coffee pot and espresso together. We like both. So sometimes you'll use this side, and sometimes you'll use, this is the daily use. This is for the weekend use. And you can use both at the same time. So this was my gift from my husband for my birthday this year, which, you know, it might seem like just a little, but it actually didn't, you know. It was one of those things that cost a little bit more, but this kitchen was also something that was a gift from him. You know, couldn't spend too much after this kitchen remodel, but anyway, excuse me. Now these are just your regular cabinetry. We have our mugs in here and our glasses in there, nothing special. There is the matching dishwasher to all the other appliances. We have a sink and a faucet with a pull-out, which is interesting because it doesn't look like it has a pull-out, but look, isn't that cool? We had to replace this faucet because the one that we had before wasn't gonna work for us with the height. Where they put the hole in the actual countertop made this too tall, so we had to order a new one and replace what we had, just because this part right here was impeded by this particular area because of the location of the hole. This sink is the sink we used to have. Funny enough, we thrifted this from a local thrift store. It was in, you know, brand new condition. I don't know why the person had it and just donated it, but I love this sink now. My husband put it in for us when we had our old kitchen, and I will show you bits of the old kitchen. If you watch till the end, there's an insert of the old kitchen and what it used to look like before. And so I'm loving this sink now because the way he had it mounted or had to mount it, the hole that we had in the countertop was too big, so he had to mount it specifically to be able to support it. And then we just replaced it, or put it back in when we redid the kitchen. So one of the nice things about this is that I also used under cabinet lighting. We bought some on Amazon, and the light will only come on if it's too dark, but there is a light underneath a lot of these cabinets and inside of the cabinets as well. And we chose the Lazy Susan option in here in the corner cabinet, so you don't have to go rifling around. And this is where all of our, the mixing things you need, spatulas and all that stuff, they're in upright containers. These glass jars are from IKEA. You can buy them with a lid to store stuff, but I put all of those things in these upright containers, and they fit perfectly in the Lazy Susan. So if you need something, or if you need a measuring cup, it's here. And then on the below shelf, which is going to be hard to see, is where some of our mixer. There's a little waffle iron. We've got an old stand mixer. We've got rice cooker, deep fryer. These things are fit down here specifically, and so there's enough room for all of that, and easy to pull out when you're going to cook. So that's what's in the corner cabinet. The upper cabinet's here. That's got spices. This is such a narrow cabinet. I didn't know what to do with it, but guess what it has? It has linens because I didn't know where else to put them. And then we have the hood. The hood is again matched to the appliance line. I made banana pancakes this morning, so that hasn't been cleaned up yet. But this is a 5-burner cooktop. It is gas. I like cooking with gas, so we kept that. We do have pullouts in this particular cabinet here. So that's actually where that, what do you call that? Cookware goes. That's on the cooktop. It goes down in here upright. And then that's our junk drawer, part of our junk drawers. It's got like all the manuals and stuff. And then we have one other junk drawer here. And then you got pots and pans down here. I did buy a pullout for this. This is from Amazon. Amazon has lots of different options for your cabinets. This is a 2-tier one, and it will allow you to pull out independently if you need something. So we've got some deep pots down in here. Some of the taller pots are actually in over the pantry that I showed you on the left-hand side. So up above is where we've got pots and pans in there too. So that has a pull out on the bottom. Yeah, at the bottom that I bought third party from Amazon, but I won't show you all that. So little brief look at the kitchen. The flooring itself came from Lowe's. My husband installed the flooring. He did a fabulous job, so kudos to him. The light fixtures, they came from Amazon as well. So they are 40-watt LED bulbs in there, but it's enough to light the kitchen. And where I'm standing right now, there's track lighting. So we chose the track lighting because we needed to light specific areas of the kitchen that didn't have light. And then the hood has its own light as well, which is fantastic. So that is the overview of my kitchen. If you want to see what it used to look like, continue watching and you'll see the 1959 original kitchen that was in this house. And to those of you who are wondering, those cabinets were built in on site. They didn't have ones where you ordered them and they would arrive. The contractor would build it in. That just happens to be the style of the house when they were being built. And this is a ranch style house, so this is a pretty small footprint that we have, and it's fine for us because there's just 2 of us and our doggy. But I wanted to give you a look at everything. Very pleased with how it turned out, and I'm glad that we are done for the most part with the kitchen, and so now we can use it and enjoy it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.